Look how beautiful this Wheel of Fortune is. Those, oh my goodness, those images inside the wheel. And then you have the four seasons, the two angels spinning the wheel. I just love this so much. It's such a beautiful card. Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I'm here to talk about the Biblical Tarot. This is a fairly new deck on the market. It is an indie deck that you can find at the creator's website and then also on the creator's Amazon store. So they have an Amazon store, which I will put both in the comment and in the description box below because I'm an Amazon affiliate. So, and you get free shipping if you order from the Amazon store, but it might also be free shipping on their website. So I'm going to put both of those below. And then while you're on their website, you can peruse the other things that they have because they have like the PDF guidebook on there and stuff like that. This does come with a PDF guidebook, full size guidebook is available in PDF form. And then it's also, I have here what I did was with the Amazon gift card that I got from you guys using those Amazon links. Thank you to everybody using those Amazon links. I picked up the full size guidebook, which is you can purchase separately on Amazon. So I went ahead and picked this up. So I'm going to share both of these here today. I'm very, very excited about this. This is a deck that I picked up as soon as I saw this on Tara over at Cozy Core Crafts channel. I saw this on her channel. I picked up the first edition. I didn't feel it had enough diversity. Then I heard that it was going to be coming out again with some more diversity. So I reached out to the creator and I asked them about this. And what they said was, it takes a little while for them to come up with the concepts and to update the cards. But as they release new editions, each time they're going to try to put more and more diversity in the deck. So they're slowly updating it. So what I have here is the second edition of the deck. And I think what I'm probably going to do is circle back maybe in a year or two and see what the maybe fourth or fifth edition, fourth or fifth printing really is what it is, looks like. I want to say up front before we even get into anything that this is AI art. So if you're not doing the AI art, this is not going to be the video for you. These are completely done by AI generated artwork. But if you are open to something like that, let's take a look at this because I feel like there's definitely not too much like this on the market right now. And it's nice to have something like this in my collection on my shelf available to me if I want to do this type of work. So if you're into it, let's take a look. This one comes in a hard magnetic box and it has Ephesians 2:10 on the side and it says created with a purpose. And on the back it says connect with the divine, discover yourself, transform your life. This is not just a tarot deck. It's a testament to the beauty of faith, a bridge between the physical and the divine. Hear the whispers of prophets and let your soul be touched by the same light and inspired generations. And this is the 2024 second edition. We've got 1 John 4:16. God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in them. You are loved. With a cross and a dove. Very beautifully done, this box. And I have to say, and I know this is something really simple, but there's just something very elegant about this box. I think it's the rounded corners, these sort of beveled corners that are on this box. I have one other deck that does this, and I just find it to be very sleek and elegant, which I don't see too many of these. Most of the boxes that I have, it's a very simple thing, but it's the little things. It just feels elegant, this box. So it feels like it matches for me. It does come with a QR code on the bottom of the box that gets you extras and spreads and promotions. And this is also where you can find this book in PDF form. So it comes with this little book inside the box. And so if you purchase just the deck, you'll get, like I said, that PDF version of the guidebook of this book, but you also get this little go-to inside the box if you don't want to deal with a PDF all the time. So that's nice. It comes with a table of contents, a little quick how to use a card, a quick 3-card spread, introduction to tarot. If you don't know anything about it, this will definitely give you like the bare minimum basics, just what tarot is, how it's structured, and then a kind of how we use it basically. And then for each card, you get a few phrases for your upright meaning and a few phrases for your reversed for each card, and then also the title that you see on the card. So on each card for the major arcana, it tells you what you're looking at. So this is the creation of a living being for the Fool. You got Moses for the magician, Joseph and his jealous brothers for the Five of Candles. Now on the minor arcana, the cards do have quotes, and the quotes are not in the sky book, but they are on the cards. And then, like I said, this book comes as a PDF, so you're fine there if you want to see them bigger. And that's the little book, and we'll take a look at this after we shuffle, as well as this one. But let's take a quick look at this one, the table of contents. And they did rename the suits. So you've got candles for wands, chalices for cups, feathers are swords, and grains are pentacles. So it says, in the tapestry of human spirituality and reflection, few threads are as richly colored and intricately woven as those of the tarot and the Christian Bible. Both are ancient, steeped in history, mystery, and a profound depth of symbolic meaning. The tarot, with its enigmatic archetypes and esoteric wisdom, has guided seekers on their personal journeys of enlightenment and self-discovery for centuries. The Bible, a foundational text of spiritual guidance, moral teachings, and allegorical narratives, has shaped the faith, ethics, and lives of billions. The fusion of these two realms into the biblical tarot offers a unique path to insight, blending the introspective depth of the tarot with the spiritual and moral richness of the Bible. The biblical tarot is designed for reflection, prayer, and guidance. It invites users to explore their life's journey through the lens of biblical wisdom, offering insights that are at once deeply personal and universally spiritual. Whether used for personal meditation, group study, or spiritual counseling, the biblical tarot is a tool for exploring the intersections of life's questions with the timeless teachings of the Bible. And then it just goes through kind of how, to use the deck, what tarot is, all of the information that you could possibly need about, if you're new to tarot, this would definitely give you sort of like a basics on how to set it up, how to set up, even setting a space, formulating your questions, some questions you can answer, 1 card draw, 3 card draw, 5 card spreads, how to draw the cards, how to interpret the cards, how to keep a journal, closing a session, ethical considerations. So lots of stuff in this book. And then it goes into the spreads. So what you have is the number, the title of the card, which for the Fool, they're calling the soul, and then what's happening in the card, or what scene you're looking at, or what character you're looking at, what story you're looking at. So it says creation of a living being. All of that is here at the top. And then you also get the quote, a Bible quote for the majors, because the majors don't have them written on the card. You get the concept of why they've chosen this particular image for the card. And then you get some the upright keywords, some reverse upright keywords, reverse keywords, the meaning in an upright position with those keywords that you saw in the little book, with a little bit of explanation for each one, and the same thing for the reversed. And that's what you get for every card. And it's the same in the minors. You can see you still get that 2-page spread with all of the same information. In the back, you have an epilogue and then a thank you. And then there's some blank pages back here if you want to take notes for yourself. So here are the backs, just serene and ornate and beautiful. And I just really love, I think it was smart to make them black and white because the fronts have so much color. This really kind of just, it doesn't get in the way. It doesn't fight with what's on the front of the card, but it does lend a nice base to the card. So I really enjoy the backs of the cards. We start with our Fool, or the soul, coming into the living being, the creation of the living being, the soul being put into the body. I love that. Here we have Moses for the magician, as if there could be another one, parting the seas. The high priestess is Mary Magdalene. These cards are glossy and a little bit slippery, so if I have to stop to adjust, I do apologize. So we have the high priestess for Mary Magdalene, or Mary Magdalene as the high priestess, and of course Mary as the empress. And the emperor is King Solomon. And then the high priest is Aaron, brother of Moses. We have Adam and Eve for the lovers, complete with a snake. We have Chariot is the Pharaoh's pursuit. So here we start to see a little bit of some darker skin tone. I'm not sure about the first one. I can't remember because it's been a while since I watched that walkthrough. Daniel as strength for Daniel in the lion's den is like the perfect. I think some of these choices are just really, really, really spot on perfect. And I was just like, when I saw this, there were some of these cards that I really, really loved, but the one that sealed the deal was the Page of Swords. I could not. I was like, I have to have it, and I bought it right away. Like I think as I was watching the first walkthrough, I bought it. But then as I was looking at it more, I realized I wanted more diversity. So I was really excited when they said they were going to be doing that. You know, adding in more diversity. We have Peter's crucifixion for the Hanged Man, the fourth horseman as Death, who is the Death horseman that we see on all the cards. So that makes sense. Mary and Martha for Temperance. Is Satan tempting humans to sin as the devil, which is, as you can see, the crossover here is not, it's not too astronomical, right? Like these are things that we always see on the tarot cards. We have the Tower of Babel for the tower, which we do see on some of the Marseille decks. It was one of the original towers that were on those decks. We have the Star of Bethlehem for the star. Beautiful image with the camels. Um, the moon is Jacob's dream at Bethel. The sun is a triumphal entry into Jerusalem. Last judgment for judgment, of course. We have New Jerusalem as the world. All right, so then when we get into the minors, you start to see that there are quotes on the bottom. So I know that a lot of people don't love to have words on their cards, but I really love the idea of putting the quotes directly on the cards because I can use that as an extra layer when I'm reading. And also, sometimes it directs me to maybe wanting to read more from that section of the Bible that day when I pull a card. Now, if you have issues seeing small writing, these could be difficult for you to see. I'm not going to lie. I have to engage. I wear progressives. I have to engage the bottom part of my glasses to see these. So I definitely have to kind of zoom in, but it's worth it. And like I said, when I don't want to see it, I don't have to. The images are so, they're like watching a movie. They feel like watching one of those old Bible movies that used to come out back in the day. Um, so we have Elijah's retreat into silence for the Four of Swords. The Five of Swords is King Saul's tragic downfall. Ruth is as the Six of Feathers, the Six of Swords, and like I said, the feathers are swords in this deck. The Seven of Swords is Jacob the Deceiver. The Eight is Jonah trapped inside the fish. Jonah and the whale, as people know that story. The Nine of Feathers is Peter denies Jesus. Yeah. The Ten of Feathers, Samson loses his strength when they cut off his hair. And the Page, this was the card that did it for me. So Esther, the book of Esther is the book of the Bible that I love the most. It's my favorite book. It's my favorite story of those Bible movies that used to come out when I was younger, or that I used to watch when I was younger. They probably came out in the 50s, but the one about Esther is my favorite one. So to see her on my significator, which is the Page of Swords, really sealed the deal for me. I almost shed a tear when I saw this. I was like, I have to have this deck, you know. So yeah. The Knight of Feathers, Paul and the Apostle. And the Queen is Abigail the Peacemaker. Judgment of Solomon for the King of Feathers. Okay, so then we get into the Chalices. So all of the feather stories are challenges. They were all challenges, like Solomon's judgment, the struggles of Paul, all of that sort of stuff. So then when we get into the chalices, the water suit, this is the cups, we have cards that are stories that are associated with emotions, relationships, friendships, and communication. Also some spiritual communication. So we start with the Samaritan woman at the well for the Ace of Cups, the bond of David and Jonathan. We have the wedding at Cana for the Three of Cups, Jonah's anger for the Four of Cups, the prodigal son for the Five of Cups, Jesus and the children as the Six of Cups. Wow. Yeah, this is a subject matter that painters have painted for centuries, I think. So we've seen this image before, but I really enjoy that on the Six of Cups. Seven of Chalices is the temptation of Christ. The Eight of Cups, the ascension of Jesus. The Nine of Cups, we have the feast of Purim. The 10 is Elizabeth and Zachariah's story. Samuel, the boy prophet, for the Page of Cups. And I didn't know if I don't know if I mentioned, but they do continue to number the cards as you go on. So if you do read with numerology, you can see like the knight is 12, the queens will be 13, and the kings 14. So I know most people who read with numerology probably already know that, but it's still nice to have it there on the card for a little reminder. So then, as we get into the grains, we have stories about work and health and possessions. So in this context, you're going to have like stewardship, um, the value of hard work, provisions and blessings and things like that. So we've got entering the promised land for the ace. The two of grains or coins will be Lydia, faithful businesswoman. The three is building Solomon's temple. The four is a parable of the rich fool. The five is the bleeding woman. Six is widow's generosity. The seven is the parable of the sower. The eight is the craftsman. Eight of coins. Eight of coins. The nine of grains or coins is the Queen of Sheba, visits Solomon. 10 of grains or coins is God's promise to Abraham. Page of grains is Priscilla teaching the teachers. Knight of grains is Jacob works for Laban. The Queen of grains is Proverbs 31 for the Proverbs for the woman. And the King of grains is Joseph in charge of Egypt. Now, as we get into the candles, we have stories about, which are the wands, the fire element. We have stories about ambition and faith and courage. So Moses and the burning bush, Elijah on Mount Carmel, the call of Abraham, the ark brought to Jerusalem, Joseph and his jealous brothers for the five. Yeah, that's really good for the five of wands. Six of candles or six of wands is the fall of Jericho. Yeah, these are really great choices, in my opinion. Seven of wands is David and Goliath. Yep. Eight of wands is Philip and the Ethiopian. It's not a story I think I know. Yeah. And what I really enjoy, so we have Satan tests Job in the 9, and the 10 is Jeremiah's burden. What I loved about these is that even though like some of these stories I may not know, like Jeremiah's burden, I don't really know this story, but I can look it up, like because it says right here, it has a quote, and then it's from Jeremiah 20:18, and so I can look that up right in the Bible, and I love that. Page of candles. I don't have to get in the guidebook. I can actually get my Bible out and look it up because it's written right here on the card. Page of wands is Miriam's praise for God. We have Joshua for the night of candles. The queen is Deborah, prophetess and leader. And then we have finally King David, the only person who would be on the King of Candles. And there we have it. That's the back. Our standard tarot size. Here it is up against a Hay House deck, a Hay House Oracle deck, and up against a US game size tarot deck. You can see they are the same size. So the cardstock is very glossy. You can see it catches all the light. It's very bendy. It's thin. It's floppy and thin and shuffles like fantastically, and the edges don't feel sharp. I worry about thin cards sometimes, about them cutting my hands when they're too thin, but these edges don't feel sharp, so much so that I would almost wanted to say they might be plastic. So I went and looked on the website, but I didn't see anything about them being plastic. I think they're just laminated, but if I'm wrong, let me know. But they feel very soft, but they do have that sort of sticky gloss on them. And they have that bouncy kind of floppy shuffle. They give you a nice kind of floppy, gentle shuffle, soft, floppy shuffle. They do have a coating on them though, and the coating tend to be a little bit sticky. So pushing them together takes a little bit of extra effort. Overhanding them does let them clump. And I'll show you the fan in just a minute. Let me just get them shuffled. So let's take a look at the fan. You can see it's clumpy, but you can get them fanned out eventually. It doesn't give you that pretty like magician's fan, but you can get them fanned out eventually. Okay, so let's read for justice first. So it says, you can read it for yourself if you would like. It says the Ten Commandments: upright meaning, law and order, fairness and objectivity, truth and honesty, karmic consequences, moral integrity, accountability. And then the reverse meaning: injustice or unfairness, dishonesty and imbalance, avoidance and accountability, legal complications, and karmic debt. And then in this one, let's take a look. So I just noticed as I was going through that the major arcana isn't numbered in this book, which for me wasn't an issue because I kind of know where justice should be. But the reason I noticed it is because justice could fall at 8 or 11. I noticed on here it was 11. So then I'm looking for 11 in here and I didn't see it. So that's what made me notice that they are not numbered. So that for a new person, that could be a little bit difficult to find things, but there is a table of contents, so you can use the table of contents. So let's read for justice. So the Bible verse in this one comes from Deuteronomy 5:33. It says, "Walk in obedience to all that the Lord your God has commanded you, so that you may live and prosper and prolong your days in the land that you will possess." The Ten Commandments were given to Moses by God on Mount Sinai and represent God's laws for his people, Israel. They encompass duties to God and to fellow humans, laying down a framework for justice, respect, and ethical conduct. The commandments are fundamental to the Judeo Christian moral and legal systems, symbolizing the divine origin of justice and the importance of living in accordance with divine and moral law. Upright, keywords: fairness, truth, law, accountability, moral integrity. Reversed keywords: injustice, bias, dishonesty, avoidance of accountability, and unfairness. Card meanings in upright position: depicts a clear understanding of right and wrong, the importance of fairness, and the need for accountability. It signifies making decisions or judgments that are balanced, ethical, and just. So then it takes all of the keywords that you find here and breaks them further down here. So it says fairness is acting with impartiality and integrity; truth, seeking the truth and being honest in one's dealings; law, upholding and respecting legal and moral codes; accountability, taking responsibility for one's actions; moral integrity, living in alignment with ethical principles. And then the card meaning in reverse position points to a situation where justice is not being served, where decisions are biased or unfair, or where one may be avoiding accountability for their actions. It suggests a misalignment with ethical or moral principles, and ethical or moral principles. And then it breaks down injustice as experiencing. Okay. And then it defines injustice as experiencing or contributing to unfair treatment; bias as allowing personal prejudices to influence decisions; dishonesty as being untruthful or misleading in one's actions; and avoidance of accountability as shunning responsibility for one's actions; and unfairness as engaging in or being the victim of biased judgments. And then it says at the bottom here, the Justice Tarot card is a profound reflection on the principles of divine and moral law, emphasizing the importance of living in alignment with these laws for the betterment of oneself and society. It underscores the card's themes of accountability, fairness, and the necessity of making ethical decisions grounded in truth and integrity. So there's a lot there. Let's see if we can do a quick minor. We're not going to read it all. So for a minor, here's the Three of Grains. If you want to read it for yourself, I'm just going to read the verse, the description, and then the wrap up here. So for the Three of Grains, let me zoom you. So this one comes from 1 Kings 6:12. It says, "As for this temple you are building, if you follow my decrees, observe my laws, and keep all my commandments and obey them, I will fulfill through you the promise I gave to David your father." Solomon embarks on the ambitious project of building the temple to house the Ark of the covenant, fulfilling a divine mandate and his father David's dream. The construction involves skilled artisans, vast resources, and detailed planning, reflecting Solomon's commitment to creating a magnificent space for worship. It symbolizes not only religious devotion, but also the power of collective endeavor and expert craftsmanship. The temple's completion after 7 years stands as a testament to Solomon's wisdom, the workers' skill, and the nation's collective effort. So, again, this is the three of coins, grains. And it says Solomon's temple serves as a symbol of what can be accomplished through unity, dedication, and the pursuit of excellence, while also accentuating the challenges and the value of clear communication and coordination in collaborative endeavors. And so, if you didn't want to read all of that, I think just reading those sections is suitable as well. And here's a quick look at what comes in the box, the guidebook that comes in the box for the Three of Grains. All right, so shall we do a couple little pairings? I have some decks here that I think could work. So I would like to take a look at them. Let's do that. Let's start with this one. This is the I had this open to show you guys to compare the size. This is the Mary Magdalene Oracle by Megan Watterson. I recently got this one. I haven't been using it that much, but it's super interesting to me. For some reason, my cards have bowed, and it's so strange to me because I store my decks laying flat, just like this. So I don't know how they get bowed like this, but like I don't, because I don't store them like this. I only store them flat. So, and in the box, and I barely use this, so it shouldn't be bowed. So this one is a collage deck, and this one, like I said, has that AI artwork. But since they both have a biblical theme, I really wanted to try them together because I want to see if I can use them together. If I want to do, I don't know what kinds of readings I'm thinking about doing, but even just daily pulls with a supportive, with some supportive biblical verses in the background, I think could be nice. So this one says, I am free. My soul is free. I have not bound anything with death and the world. Wow. Very, very strong message there. So I am in service of love with the Eight of Candles, which is the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Wands. Nice. So we have this sort of lot of energy around this love and joy. I am beloved. She looks very joyful as well, with the Hanged Man and the Magician. The sanctuary exists within, with the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands. Lots of wands here today. This one is every ending is a new beginning, and it says the first will be the last and the last the first. So we have the Alpha and Omega with Temperance and the Nine of Wands. Here we have Mary Magdalene. The love only ever expands with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords. It's so strange that they're coming up because I shuffled them and then I split the deck. So it's weird that we're getting doubles from the same suits on either sides of the cards. So we have swords for this Mary Magdalene card. I trust divine timing. Everything comes from within with the Two of Swords and the Nine of Coins. I think I like this. I can't decide. I think I'll have to like actually get the guidebook out for this one because I'm still trying to learn this one. I haven't been using it that much. But I think I like these together. Let's try another one. The one that I think I wanted to try the most is this one. This is the Christ Consciousness Self Mastery Oracle. I just got this one for my birthday, and I'm really interested in seeing if these go together. So let's just take a look. I'm only going to take half the deck out here because we're just going to do a few cards. All right, so we have Knight of Cups with the Two of Coins. All right, Nine of Cups. Sorry, the Nine of Cups, okay, with the Two of Coins and Faith. Find holiness within. Here, Enlightenment. Continue to grow with the Seven of Swords and the Empress. Wow. I mean, We have the closed eyes, the yellow mimicking here, and even, I don't know, there's something about the hands that are drawing me to where they're placed as well in this one. So visually, I don't know that this one matches as well as the other one does, but there's a connectivity I feel here that I kind of am digging so far. So this is the Knight of Swords or the Knight of Feathers with the Magician. And song, celebrate, and express yourself. So express yourself with the Knight. Wow. With the Knight of Swords and the Magician. And what could that expression lead to? Like, what could you change if you opened yourself up and let it out? You know, it says blessings and goodwill, grace, judgment, and the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands. Okay, and just do one more. Temptation, moral compass, with the King of Swords and the Page of Coins. It's funny because when I think about Page of Coins, I think about actual compasses, like physical compasses. So the fact that moral compass came up, and then we've got the feathers. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of interesting. This is an interesting play for my brain, so I like this one. But as far as like visually, I don't think that this is a terrific match. This one is very pastel in color, and these lean in the jewel tones. So it's a little bit stark, but I don't know. I might still use them together anyway. We'll see. Let's try one more. Angel Guide Oracle is my most used deck by Kyle Gray, and the artist is Jennifer Hawkward. But she has, is it Hawkward? Yeah, Hawkyard. I'm sorry, Hawkyard. And they have a couple of decks. They have 3 decks together. So any of these would look similar because it's the same artist. And then there are a few other decks by Hay House that are angel decks that have a similar look. And a couple of other Kyle Gray decks that have this sort of bold, jewel tony look that I thought, if one of them goes, maybe all of them might go. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to try one, and this was the one that was the closest to me. So that is the one I use the most. It's the one I've been using recently. So let's take a look. I kind of feel like stills from a movie, right? They just feel like someone took a picture on a movie set, and these are paintings. So they're very different, but I feel like the coloring and the saturation of color matches better in these style decks. So we have healing energy with the 2 of feathers. I'm seeing so many feathers cards, so many swords cards. So we have the 2 of swords with healing energy and the soul. Yeah. Honesty and communication with the 6 of wands. I like that. And the 3 of wands. Okay. Power and intention with the Queen of Cups and the 5 of Swords. And Mother, Father, God with the Page of Wands and the 3 of, I don't know why I'm reading them backwards for some reason. I feel like reading them from this side to this side instead of from this side to that side. So this is the 3 of Coins and the Page of Wands. And then let's just do one more. Courage and Bravery with the Emperor and Temperance. Yeah. So of these, I would say this is probably my favorite match visually, as well as it feels like the readings blend more here. The other ones felt like this feels like one deck, one voice to me, where the others felt like multiple voices coming together, which is what I usually like when I'm reading with tarot and oracle, multiple voices coming together. But it's also nice to have something that feels more um, blended and almost like flows together a little bit more. So this is an option for me as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's your favorite pairing that I showed here, or what would you pair with this, or if you have the biblical tarot, what have you been pairing with this? Let me know in the comments below. So that is my review of the Biblical Tarot. I think that this is great. Like I said, there's not much out there on the market like it. And I am so happy to have something like this in my collection. I do have a couple of other decks that have that come with Bible verses. I have the Melanated Classic, the large edition, which actually comes with the Bible verse on the back of the cards. But I like the fact that the Bible verses are on the front of these cards because, like I said, when I was using them for daily pulls, it's nice to have it right there. I also have the Hoodoo Tarot, which comes with, if you get the guidebook, if you use the guidebook and the book for the companion book that they just published with it, you can get a Bible verse for every card, which is nice. But then again, that's, that means I have to get in the book. And with this, all but the major arcana has it right on the card. So I really like that. I'm excited to see the creator um, adding the extra diversity into the cards, and I can't wait to see how far they take it. For now, I think I've decided I want to keep my first edition, and just have it in case I need to replace a card or something like that, because I have a feeling I'm going to be using this quite a bit, because like I said, it's the only thing I have that fills this kind of space in my collection in this way. So I'm going to keep that first edition just in case I crush a card or something like that, and I can replace it. But I think I'm going to check back with this creator in a year or two and see if it's been updated anymore to have include even more diversity. I may pick it up again. I think this creator has done a fantastic job curating these cards, choosing the quotes, choosing the scenes, choosing the energies to go with it. And I definitely think that there was a hole in the market and definitely in my collection for something like this. And I appreciate the fact that sometimes people cannot don't want to or can't work with an artist for whatever reason, but they want to get this out there. I do also appreciate the fact that this is price on this is about not quite half, but definitely lower than an average indie price point these days. So I appreciate that as well. So I think that for me, this is wonderful. I'm really excited to have this copy, the second edition, and I wanted to let you guys know about it as well, in case you want to get it, in case you're interested in having an edition, having this edition. I will definitely be putting that link for the creator's website as well as that Amazon store in the description below. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let your friends know. If you know anybody who might be interested in something like this, please share it with them. Let them know that it's out there, and they can watch this video if they want to see more about it. And also, if you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I would love to have you. All of those links will be down in the description box below. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Let's end on Daniel and the lion's thing. Bye.